guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be a review and swatches and kind of giving you my overall thoughts on this palette here from Urban Decay. It is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. This came out about a month ago and I got my hands on it right away. So I feel like I have a really good grasp on what I love and what I don't love about it because I have been using it constantly for the past month. This is just the box, but I kept it because I wanted to show you guys because I think it's very pretty. And this is what the actual palette looks like right here. First of all though, you guys, we need to start off with the cost of it because this is an expensive palette, and that is also why I wanted to post this video so that you guys can see if it is something that is worth spending your money on or not. This is $68. $68. Yes, you heard me. This is a $70 palette, and remember that is in Canadian pricing. I noticed on the American website that it is $54, which is a lot more manageable, so you lucky duck Americans out there. But yes, $68 Canadian, and I was actually quite shocked when I saw the price of it, and then I actually went back and looked up my Naked palettes, like on the Sephora website, what the price is, and they're actually $66 nowadays. So like things are just going like up and up and up and up, which is crazy. But yes, I knew I wanted to get my hands on it because I am a huge fan of matte eyeshadows. Like on a daily basis in my everyday life, I really focus on matte eyeshadows. Like I just feel like it's the easiest thing to whip out in the morning, and I think it looks very classic and pretty. So I knew I'd get a lot of use out of this. That is why I kind of justified it. I mean, I can justify anything, but yes, let's just do this. Let's jump into it. So this is what the palette looks like. This is some of the most beautiful packaging that I have ever seen. Seriously, I love this. I love that it is a square. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like there's this square theme happening nowadays in palettes. Like this one's a square. The Kylie Jenner palettes are squares. These little NYX Ultimate palettes that I picked up recently are square. The Shan XXOO and BH Cosmetics palettes are square. Like that is a definite trend happening. I think it's super cute. This is actually a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be, which I actually really quite like because it has still a lot of product in there, but it doesn't take up too much space. I love the rose gold. It's like a plastic case, but I love that it's rose gold and that it doesn't look dirty. It doesn't get little fingerprints all over it, which like thank you Urban Decay for finally making a palette that does not look completely dirty the moment that you put your hands on it. So I love that it kind of looks like this sunbeam. I think it's very elegant and classy, and I'm into it. I'm into it, guys. When you open it up here, there's a beautiful full-size mirror. I love that it covers the entire kind of lid of the palette, and I love that it is like a true mirror in the sense that it is not at all going to like warp your face or look distorted or anything, because sometimes I think lower quality mirrors and palettes can do that, but this one is absolutely beautiful. And I actually use palette mirrors when I'm doing my makeup because I sit right here in the morning when I do my makeup, and I'm not that close to it, so I actually do hold palette mirrors up, so I'm a big fan of that. And I'm actually just going to hold the box in front of here so I don't blind you guys the whole time that I'm talking about it. And here are the actual shades of the palette. You get 12 shades in here. 11 of them are true mattes, and then this one over here they describe as a demi matte, so it has just a slight satin shimmer to it. And I just think that the color selection in here, you guys, is so beautiful. It is so versatile. I have been getting so many different looks out of it, and I think that they did a really good job selecting the shades. Now, I love the shades that they have in here, but my one kind of gripe about it, I guess you could say if I was being picky, is that these two shades down here, Faith and Lockout, look very similar when they're applied to the eye. When you swatch them on your arm, it does, there is a bit of differentiation there, but on the eyes, they look very similar, and that is the same for Commando and Tempted up here as well. This is a more of like a neutral one, Commando, and this is more of a cool toned one, but on the eyes, again, they look very similar, so that I wish there was a little bit more variety in that sense, but all in all, I absolutely love the shades in here, especially Instinct over here, this like pale mauve, lavendery mauve, and Lethal, this maroon, I have been using constantly. I love using Lethal to line my upper lash line. That is what I've done here today. I actually have Instinct all over my lid, Lethal lining my lash line, and then I have Tempted in my crease area, and I also used Blow to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. This one, Pregame, down here is a really nice yellow toned. It's a very brightening type of eyeshadow. I like to use it to set the concealer on my eye before I go in with any eyeshadow. This Extra Bitter is kind of the one that everyone loves. It is that beautiful, very like burnt orange, warm color. That is a loud bird. Is that a bird? And it is so beautiful for this time of year. I have been really loving it as well. I find that it really helps bring out the blue in my eyes. I haven't been using Magnet too much, this kind of like blue tone shade, but it's nice that there is that more like cooler tone in there. And then Blackjack is actually not the most pigmented dark black that you will ever see. I would say it's more of like a usable black, and I don't mind it at all because I find it's nice to kind of smoke out like the outer crease, like the outer corner of your eye without that like super harsh black pigmentation. This palette also comes with this little brush right here. I have not been a big fan of the brushes that come in the Naked palettes, and I actually like this one quite a bit more. I think that this little smudger end of it is very useful for the lower lash line, and this side isn't my absolute favorite, but I mean, it's not terrible. It's a nice touch that there is a brush in there, and it is better than a lot of brushes you typically get with palettes, but this is not like my favorite part of it by any means. The question is, do I think this is worth your money? It was worth my money. I'm glad I bought it. I think it is worth the $68. That is a ridiculous price tag, but the amount that I have been using this makes it worth my money. When I have gone traveling, I have actually been taking this guy with like a couple single shimmery eyeshadows, and I'm completely set. I have been making multiple looks out of this guy, and I feel like they always look so smooth. The pigmentation is beautiful. They blend on nicely, and I think that Urban Decay did an amazing job formulating this guy. If you are a fan of matte shadows like I am, I think that it is worth your money. But I think if you own other matte eyeshadow palettes out there, because let's face it, there are a ton nowadays, I don't know if you necessarily need this guy as well. But it is fun though. It's a good palette, So I think that there is definitely a place for it in my makeup collection, and I do really like it, but I don't know if it is worth the $68 if you have a lot of other eyeshadow palettes, if that makes sense, because I'm really excited about it. I really like it, but I totally get that it is not, the most unique palette out there. There's a lot of other palettes that have similar shades. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this review. Make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to be posting tutorials using this guy just because I just can't stop using it. I really, really do love it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already because it means so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.